I want to talk about interest rates.
Sure.
And where you think we really are headed, because you've made some provocative statements about where you think the 10-year is ultimately going to go, where this is all headed. I'm curious what you think that ultimately means to equities. We were just speaking downstairs about mortgage rates and whether they stay at the 7-8% level and what that, do things start to break as a result?
Sure. So a few things. So one, I think the Fed is probably done. I think the economy is starting to slow. I think the level of real interest rates is high enough to slow things down. High mortgage rates, high car rates, high credit card rates, they're starting to really have, an impact on the economy. The economy is still solid, but it's definitely weakening. Seeing lots of evidence of weakening in the economy. What our, our belief when, the 2-year Treasury was 12 basis points was going to 5, right? We no longer have that bet on. The only bet, if you will, and it's really a hedge at this point, is that long-term rates, the 30-year Treasury, is likely to go higher. Go into the mid-5s is our expectation of what happens there. I don't know that the 10-year has to go meaningfully above 5% because you're seeing some weakness in the economy. But on a long-term basis, we think structural inflation is going to be persistently higher. In a world like that, the government shouldn't be able to borrow at 4 3/4 fixed for 30 years. So I think long-term rates go higher. I don't think mortgage rates. The spread between the 10-year Treasury and mortgage rates is about the widest it's been. So you could see a world in which the 10-year Treasury goes up and mortgage rates don't go meaningfully higher than where they are now. A lot of that has to do with, I think,
when
volatility.
does this break the consumer, though? At some point, these 7 and 10-year arms and what's going on are going to roll over. People are going to have some problems, no? And then what happens to the regional banks? I mean,
most people, a big percentage of the country has, fortunately, fixed-rate mortgages at 3.5%, 4% or less. A lot of businesses, a lot of the big companies have fixed-rate debt that's extended for a relatively long period of time. So I think yes, there are people who've borrowed short-term at a low fixed rate and are getting repriced. And you look at a lot of commercial real estate investors, they're going to have a very challenging period. I think that's really the big threat, a very targeted threat that rates will have. 2
other quick issues. Presidential election. You've been talking a lot about how you want Jamie Dimon to run. Jamie's not going to run, I don't think, but
I've given up on that, yes.
You've given up on that?
Yes.
But you're giving money to Vivek Ramaswamy?
I did.
Chris Christie?
I did.
You giving money to Biden?
No.
No. So what do you want to happen here?
I want an alternative to the choices we have now. And I think the country would be very well served.
With the choices that you don't want any of the people
No. I think a Biden-Trump election is not good for the country. I'd love for there to be a candidate the entire country can get behind, as opposed to this, two-sided world that we live in.
Who do you like the most? Of all the people, you know the options.
Well, I don't know them all.
But I mean, you know of the options.
I've not met Nikki Haley. I'm going to have an opportunity to do that soon. I met with Chris Christie recently, and I was actually really impressed. A real guy, super solid, governor, did, I think, a very good job dealing with the hand he was dealt in New Jersey. Was able to get elected in a Democratic state. I could see him as someone to bring the country together. Will he have the widespread appeal he needs in order to rise? I think, an early test will be New Hampshire.
Final question. You met with Zelensky.
Yes.
I think you're a supporter of Ukraine.
Yeah.
I think
yes. Big supporter.
Would have you liked the U.S. government this weekend to have funded Ukraine? And by the way, how does that square with Elon Musk, who I know has a very different opinion of Zelensky, I think?
I don't know that Musk has a negative opinion of Zelensky. I think his view is that a forever war in Ukraine is not good for America, is not good for Ukraine, not good for anyone. I agree with that. I'd like to see a world in which that war ends. It's a black swan risk for the world. There are thousands of young people and innocent people dying. I'd like to see a world where that ends sooner rather than later.
Okay.